Alrighty, welcome back. Lots going on. Now the left is starting in with this whole new campaign. They want to boycott Tucker Carlson. I really don't understand these TV boycotts. It's like very simple. There's like literally thousands of channels now. Okay, you got Netflix, you got Amazon Prime, you got Showtime, you got all these different things, right? What's the point of boycotting a TV show? I mean, that's the whole idea of ratings. If you don't like what they're talking about, don't tune in. You got to spend your time going for a boycott of a guy who's, spouting views that you don't agree with. Grow up already, really. This whole thing is getting crazy. Now, in other news, yesterday in Atlanta, unfortunately, another black man gunned down by a white cop. Now, look, I've said it many times before. My father was a cop, and I'm a big supporter of the NYPD. I know in every police force there's a few bad apples that get tainted out there. But just note to cops, I mean, if you look at what's happening out there, you know what the temperature is, you know how hot it is out there. All right, this guy was in his car allegedly drunk. He was asleep in the Wendy's drive-thru, dead asleep, that the cops had to come wake him up. Hey, guy, how are you? You know what I mean? I usually fall asleep right past the drive-thru when I wolf down two Whoppers and a chocolate milkshake. But this guy fell asleep before the drive-thru. So he never even got the order. Now he gets out. Cops are there talking to him. Finally, there's a whole conversation where, it seemed like they had the guy in a peaceful place. And then all of a sudden it turns out that the guy, gets a little violent. He starts resisting arrest. He actually snags the cop's taser and starts to run away with it, turns back around like he's going to try to tase the cop, and the cops start firing at him. Now, it's just, to me, if you're a cop right now, you're really handicapped. And, if there's a situation right now, a taser I don't think is life-threatening, although people shouldn't be shooting tasers at cops. But right now, in this current climate, you got to know that firing shots in a non-lethal situation is not going to help anything. And, I guess there's a coroner's report due out, and they're going to talk about more of it, but the initial word is that he's shot in the back. So if you shoot someone in the back, regardless of what color they are, the cop probably has a big problem on his hands. And I think this guy's going to have a big problem on his hands. And now they, in response, they burnt down a Wendy's. So I guess, the operative response here is, violence, looting. Not in the name, and I have to say, I watched a press conference from the family, and the guy's wife broken down. God bless her. God bless the guy who got killed. I'm sure he didn't go out last night thinking that he was going to wind up getting shot by a cop. But I will say this. The wife could have taken it in a lot of directions, and she got up there and said, hey, keep the protest going, but in his name, let's try to keep him peaceful. Like, we don't need to foment anymore. Am I hurt? Yes. Is it going to take me time to heal? Yes. Can I forgive? Probably not. But she was encouraging people to not go out and create violence in the name of her husband, which I think is a really, really, really good sign.